chance.
Yeah.
Now you're really close.
Yeah, check. Check.
Number 11, Khalil Jones. So was the
Check.
wires.
Check.
This,
Yeah.
Now it's too much, isn't it?
Yeah. Check. Mike Ox. I don't know who Mike is, but he's an ox.
Well, baseball fans, if you're staying with us watching only the picture so far, Jay Ryan, our executive producer, came all the way over from the production headquarters bunker in an undisclosed location in Arlington, Texas. And he has us fixed up now, we think. So
We're working on it there.
in case you can't hear us, the situation is we're in the top of the fourth inning. The Vikings lead 2-0 over North Crowley. They got 2 in the first. No one has scored, 2-1. North Crowley scored 1 in this inning. There's 2 outs, runners on first and second. Counts 0-1. There's a foul ball, and it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. Well, Jay gave us a thumbs up, so I hope some folks are tuning in now or stayed with us with the picture only. Once again, JV game here. North Crowley Panthers have come across Tarrant County to face the Arlington Vikings. These 2 teams played Monday night over at North Crowley. It was already a foul ball. You can't have 3 strikes. Just clear the count.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So these 2 teams played Monday night. North Crowley pretty much had that game under control the whole time. I was over there watching that game, and they won, I think it was like 9-2 or 9-1, something like that. I know Merritt J at least scored a run for the Vikings. There's a fly ball line drive out into left center. That's going to go out to the fence. The game will be tied at least, and it looks like North Crowley is going to take the lead. There's 1 run in. That's going to be a stand-up triple, 2 runs scored. Scorer number 23, Kai James, and number 18, Josh Cortez.
That was a well-hit ball. Hit it right in the gap, Bill.
Yeah, Austin Noel's doing a great job on the mound today. He started. He's still in. The next batter is right fielder number 10, Eldridge Williams.
Pretty well played game so far.
Yeah, by both teams. A
Couple of key errors though at this inning from the Vikings.
So the score now is North Crowley 3, Lamar 2. There's a ground ball hit over towards the shortstop. Tucker Isbell picks it up, throws and gets him just in time to end the inning, but not before the North Crowley Panthers score 3 to take the lead. We'll be back in just a moment. Leading off in the bottom of the fourth inning for your Vikings, Jake Esker. Okay, well, Al, here we are. I think we're back on the air. Hopefully people have either hung with us or getting the word spread around.
Bill, I didn't know if we were going to get there, but
I didn't either.
We got the picture first, and then we worked out the audio.
It even took an effort just to be able to get the computer, the broadcast computer, to pick up the Wi-Fi signal. We had multiple tricks to have to overcome tonight. That's the ball.
Multiple engineering issues.
We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Vikings trail North Crowley 3-2. They got out to an early 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. North Crowley just scored 3 in the top of the fourth, and that brings us to the 3-2 score. Austin Noel's the starting pitcher for the Vikings, and he's done an outstanding job so far. But just a couple of walks in air, a couple of hits, and so on in the top of the fourth, and that got things going for the Panthers. Jake Esker is the batter right now. He's playing first base for the Vikings tonight. He has a 3-0 count, so let's see if he can get on base and start something off here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Vikings.
Vikings have played pretty good defense so far, with the exception of that top of the fourth you just mentioned, Bill, that was a little sloppy for them. A couple errors there that really resulted in some runs, a walk.
That pitch caught the outside corner, now 3-1. Here comes this pitch, swing and miss by Esker, and it goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. He's the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth.
Esker looked like he swung at ball 4 right there.
Foul ball that's going to go out of play back over toward the soccer fields.
Bill, it's been a windy day here, wind coming out of the north, and that's blowing out to the outfield. And last night during the varsity game, there were 2 home runs. Wind was blowing the same direction. A little stronger. 2 home runs last night.
There's a swing and a miss. The catcher dropped it, but he didn't have, Esker didn't have time to get out to first base before he picks it up and tags him.
The wind's calming down. Temperature's moderated, and it's turned into a very nice evening.
Number 22, Aiden Howerton. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Aiden Howerton up to bat. He grounded out to the third baseman in his first at bat back in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch comes, swings and misses, strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, it's really turned into a beautiful day. The weather has been crazy this last week. Rain on Tuesday. They did get this game in on Monday night over at North Crowley. There's a foul ball that's going to go out of play back over to the parking lot behind the Vikings dugout. And then rain hampered play for the varsity team. They were supposed to host North Crowley Tuesday night. We were going to broadcast that, got canceled. Then they were going to try Wednesday night, got delayed, and they did it last night. And the varsity Vikings won in walk-off fashion 10-9.
Great game last night. It was just a big comeback by the varsity Vikings. They were down 9-5 going into the 8th. They chipped away, got it to 9-8, and then scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th for the walk-off win.
That pitch misses, and now goes to full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Aiden Howerton. 1 out, nobody on. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Pitcher for Crowley is Josh Cortez. He's shown pretty good control tonight.
Ground ball goes over to the shortstop. He dives. It's going to be a base hit for Howerton.
That one snuck through.
Base hit for Aiden Howerton. The next batter, number 7, Amon Mohijer. Well, Al, that's what we needed here to try to get a run back. Bottom of the 4th inning, we have a runner on base now with 1 out. Aiden Howerton. And we've got Armand Mohajer. He shows bunt, fouls it back over the catcher.
That evens the hits up at 2 apiece with that hit by Howerton.
Count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Mohajer, the 8th hitter for the Vikings.
Tries to show bunt. The pitch sails in high, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Third baseman for the Panthers was coming in on that attempted bunt. Looking to see if they can maybe get the force at second. Howerton's taking a healthy lead there.
Throw back over to first. Howerton back easily.
Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Right fielder is back with the wind going out. You'd expect that.
Yeah, the center fielder, just shading a little bit towards right field, but about halfway back. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt. Misses, and it's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that'll take the bunt out of play now with 2 strikes. There is room out there in that right field gap with the left-hand hitting Mohajer. If he can pull one, it would go the distance. Oh.
And there's strike 3.
Threw it by him on that last strike.
Number 6.
Curtis Cox.
First pitch catches the inside edge for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Curtis Cox. Playing left field today. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning, his first at bat. Pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Al, I've been all over the state. I've been at Brownsville this week and going up and down in airplanes twice each way, different pollen in different parts of the I'm lucky to have a voice today. I appreciate you stepping in last night to do PA varsity game. You saw a heck of a game as you just were describing. There's a little looper into right field. All that a Texas league hit, and that'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs.
That one fell just in between the second and first baseman into shallow right.
Number 13, David Frawley.
Well, David Frawley, a name very familiar to me, comes up to the plate for his 3rd time today. He walked in the 1st and scored a run, and then he struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Now he is here with 2 outs, 2 on. See what he can do in a clutch situation. Now we've got a courtesy runner.
25.
It's like Andrew Amato. Courtesy runner for the Vikings at second base, Andrew Amato.
Was Frawley any relation?
Yeah. He's my 2nd son to come through this program.
Now David has used his speed in the past, so let's see if he may try to bunt his way on here.
Yeah, it'll be a little tricky with runners at first and second. But yeah, he knows where to put it over between the pitcher and the third baseman. And if those runners get a good start, they have to try to throw David out, but he knows where to put that ball.
I've seen him lay him down with runners on, so he's...
Yep. Well, he bunted his way on Monday night over at North Crowley.
Ooh.
There's a pass ball. Now that sets things up pretty nicely because now he can try to bunt his way on and the other runners don't have to worry about being out if he wants to try to load up the bases for Caden Kobos, who is on deck. David's not a power hitter at all, but like I say, he can get on base with walks, hit by pitch, bunt. Now he won't be in a stealing situation here because he'll have someone in front of him, but he's done that a lot before also. 2 balls and no strikes to Frawley with 2 outs and runners at second and third for the Vikings, trailing 3-2, bottom of the 4th inning.
See if he may get him the hit sign here with 2-0.
Here's the pitch. Straight down the middle. He's taken all the way. 2 balls and 1 strike. He might wish he had that one back.
That was a good pitch to hit there.
Coach Kelly might have said, no, you're not swinging.
I think he was taken all the way there. There wasn't a whole lot of movement on that pitch. That would have been a good one to hit.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That sails outside. Catcher drops it, but he's got it in plenty of time. No chance for the run to score. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And let's see if Frawley can draw the walk, which he's done a number of times. He may get into position, too, where he fouls some off. He knows how to work these counts. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That sails outside, and he draws the walk.
So now bases loaded.
Number 15, Caden Cobos.
Big at-bat here for Cobos. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. It's a 1-run game. Hit here would be big.
Cobos, he's a pretty good hitter. He can put it out into left center at times. Wow, that pitch barely caught the outside edge of the outside corner.
I'd marked it down as a ball here on the scoring.
Yep. Now, it's interesting to watch these base runners. Frawley's getting about a third of a way lead by the time the pitcher goes into his motion. Amato at third, he's getting about a third of the way toward home plate. These guys are ready to roll if a base hit comes into play here.
Yeah, they're going to score 2 if the ball's hit.
That pitch did miss. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. So a little bit of excitement here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Pops up over to right field. It could be trouble. The right fielder's tracking it down.
He got it.
And he catches it for the 3rd out. Well, the score's going to stay 3-2 after 4. We'll be back in just a moment.
Leading off in the top of the 5th inning, number 17, Nate Molina.
All right, Al. So here we are back, Viking baseball fans, and whoever else might be joining with us. We might even have some North Crowley folks. Hope we do. First pitch from Austin Noel. Gets in there for strike one. Important first pitch strike for him. Once again, we're in the top of the fifth inning. The North Crowley Panthers lead 3-2. There's a swing and a miss for strike two.
One of the players for North Crowley, Jojo Rodriguez, was unable to play tonight due to sickness, so Molina is filling in now at shortstop, moved from second base to shortstop.
That pitch missed low and outside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball to the pitcher. Austin Noel picks it up, trots toward first, does the underhand throw to Jake Esker, and there's one out. Score that is a 1-3 against number 17.
It's a correct play.
The next batter is number 2, Marcus Boltron.
Noel fielded the ball and then ran towards first and underhanded it to first, which is the correct way to get that out. Sure way to get that out.
Exactly right. Yeah, the safe way, shortest throw possible.
Right.
Minimize risk of
Minimize
error.
the risk and get the out. That's the main thing. And I've seen too many pitchers just throw it away, though, going overhand over there.
First 2 pitches have missed against this batter. He's the leadoff, Marcus Boltron. 2 balls and no strikes to him. He led off with a walk back in the first inning. And then he flew out to the center fielder, which led to an interesting double play in the third inning. There's a strike call, 2 balls and 1 strike. He flew out to the center fielder. The guy was running from second to third, was too far. Center fielder threw it to Tucker Isbell, the shortstop, for the second out of the double play. Foul ball comes back over the broadcast booth, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, with the sun setting here, Bill, it's getting a little colder.
Yeah. Fortunately, we don't have a wind blowing in. We've had some tournaments this season so far with a cold wind and even mist blowing in at times. Ground ball hits straight up towards second base, or the shortstop side of second base. That'll be a single for Boltron. And they'll have one on with one out.
And you're a much braver man than me with that T-shirt on.
The next batter is number 12, Isaac Alva.
I've got another coat in the car if you need one.
Oh, I've got my sweatshirt, and I don't get cold as easily as a lot of people do, and I'll wait until I'm pretty cold before I put something on, hoping that at least it'll seem like I'm warmer, you know. I don't want to get too warm too quickly.
Threw the ball away.
So Noel throws over toward first. It goes into dead ball territory, and so the runner's going to get to second base.
Overthrow on the pickoff there, so the runner will go into scoring position. Well, I was outside from 6 a.m. this morning, Bill, and I can tell you it was cold.
Well, I was outside for a little bit early this morning also, and it was in the 40s.
It was very cold.
It's in the 50s. Our first pitch temperature was 59 degrees this evening. It's still chilly, but that pitch sails high, and it's going to be 1 ball and no strikes to, I believe it's Isaac Alva. Kind of hard to read the writing sometimes of these coaches. He plays catcher.
Is Isaac Alva. Phonetically, I've got it the same way and wrote it the same way. So
1 ball and 1 strike. Now he popped up to the pitcher back in the first inning, and I don't know if he walked in the second inning, or excuse me, the fourth inning, his second at bat. That pitch missed. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Alva.
Fastball inside from Austin Noel on that last pitch.
Austin Noel's done a great job of pitching this season. I've seen him in all the way going back to some scrimmage situations through the tournaments, and now here he's getting his start in their second district game.
I've seen him in another game, and he acquitted himself very well.
Yeah, you were up here for the JV tournament quite a bit. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2, so that evens up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That looked like a slider.
Now, we've got pretty much all sophomores on this JV team right now out in the field. Tucker Isbell is playing shortstop. He got brought up from the freshman team. And there's a called strike 3.
Painted that corner.
Just like Rembrandt.
The next batter is number 7, Braden Baker.
Well, I'll tell you, Al, every time it looks like the Vikings might start getting themselves in a little bit of a trouble, albeit except for that 4th inning, they find a way to get out of it. So now, where it looked like, oh, is this guy going to get on base? Now there's 2 outs, only 1 on. There's a foul ball back to the net. But Tucker Isbell, he's a freshman. He's playing up. Javi Fernandez often plays shortstop. He's not able to be at the game tonight. So he's moved up to play with the JV team tonight. Got Jake Esker at first, Merritt J at second, Caden Kobos at third, Frawley behind the plate. Out in right field, we've got Aiden Howerton. In left field, Curtis Cox. Now, Curtis sometimes plays third base. And then out in center field tonight, we have Armand Mohajir.
Both the shortstop and second baseman were running behind the runner there to fake the tag.
Yeah,
Austin Noel turned. Didn't make the throw.
There's a swing and a miss, and now the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter, who's also their pitcher, Braden Baker. And as you were saying, Al, earlier, he's doing a good job on the mound for them tonight.
Well, Baker was listed as the pitcher, Bill, but last I saw in the last inning, it was 18. Josh Cortez was actually pitching.
Oh, and there's a strike 3 call, and another.
Struck him out.
Yep. Still 3-2. We'll be back. Leading off in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Vikings, number 2, Austin Noel. Okay, Al, well, the pitcher, Austin Noel, is up. He is batting in the 3rd position tonight, so he's a good hitter also. So trying to see if he can help himself out tonight here at in the bottom of the 5th inning.
See if you can get something going here. Vikings down by 1. Ooh.
The base hit, leadoff single for Austin Noel, goes out to right field.
That ball was
leadoff
well
single
struck.
for Austin Noel. The next batter, Tucker Isbell.
You think Tucker's any relation to the musician Justin Isbell, whose
No.
music I really like?
I don't think he is, but his father cooks a mean burger down in the
Oh, it's-
concession stand.
Is he the burger cooker?
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, James Isbell does more for this booster club and concession stand than anyone I've seen in years. He's always here getting it stocked. He's working the grill. Yeah,
Wow.
he's a burger and hot dog griller master.
And I appreciate him very much. Since Leslie's out of town, at her parents' place, that's been my dinner the last 2 nights.
That foul ball went over the broadcast booth, probably near my old 1999 Ford Expedition. You know, if it,
I didn't hear anything break, so I
No,
think
but
you're saying.
if a foul ball hits that car, it might actually increase the value of it.
As a person who's seen that car, I agree wholeheartedly.
Hey, it's paid for.
You bet.
261,000 miles on that car.
That's a record.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Tucker Isbell.
That's awesome.
Again, the freshman playing up at the JV level for this game. Basically subbing in for Javi Fernandez, who can't be here tonight. There's a fly ball that's going to go foul out of play over toward the bullpen.
Noel was off and running on that pitch.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Austin Noel, he's got some speed. He's a junior. Played here as a freshman, went away for 1 year as at a private school, and now back at Lamar. We're glad to have him. True asset to this team.
He really didn't want to go to that private school. Nah. Come on back.
Come on back. 1 ball and 2 strikes, no outs, 1 on for the Vikings. Throw back to first base. Noel slides back.
That's a private school that shall remain nameless, by the way.
Yeah. That's all right.
We don't name drop up here.
No. Did I tell you who I saw recently?
And she was with.
That pitch missed. That evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It misses.
Noel off and running.
Well, he makes it too.
He's safe with no throw.
I think the catcher was going to try, but he dropped the ball on the transfer.
He did.
Yeah.
A little low, but he could have thrown that ball.
But now we've got a man in scoring position with no outs, full count. Let's see if Tucker Isbell can work his way onto the base. Fouls that one away out of play. And Al, this is what a good batter can do. You get to a full count situation, you know, it's pressure on the pitcher and the batter. Both of them are battling here, and Tucker Isbell fouling that one away. Let's see how many more he can foul away or work his way on base.
Or take the walk. He did.
And there you go. So
first 2 runners on, nobody out, Bill. So this hopefully could be a big inning for the Vikings.
number 12,
Merritt J.
Yeah, Al, this has the makings of potentially a big inning for the Vikings here where, you know, we might have a 1-2 run margin in this game either way, so this is important. Merritt takes a swing at that one. Now, Merritt pitched on Monday night over at North Crowley when the JV teams he started. He did a pretty good job of pitching over there. He scored at least one. He scored 1 run. Can't remember how many more we had. We didn't have a big offensive output, but Merritt, good pitcher, good second baseman. He's showing bunt here from the get-go. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He bunts, pops it up behind the catcher.
Fortunate the catcher wasn't able to pick it up there.
Yeah.
Popped it up behind him. Yeah, Bill, I noticed tonight, I know it's a natural thing, but I've noticed the growth in all the kids from the freshman team that moved up here to JV. And they've all gotten bigger, and they've all gotten more skilled just over a year. I've been away, and
a lot of them working hard year-round now.
It pops out at you the first time you see it, the differences in the skill levels.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled away, back over the home stands. Yeah, I mean, my son, David, I think he's at least as tall as I am now, if not taller, which that's not tall, but he's grown, since last year. And a lot of these guys, some of them I didn't see over the summer much. And
Can
then
he beat you up yet?
Don't tell him, but I think he can. I still know where pressure points are, though.
Watch those wrestling moves.
I'll get a few good throws in. All right, so Merritt J battling here with no balls and 2 strikes. I believe it's a 4-pitch at bat so far, and that one misses high and outside for 1 ball and 2 strikes. So let's see if Merritt can battle here. Be nice if we could get these runners over to second and third. Now he's gone from a bunt stance to a regular swinging stance. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it back over there at his favorite spot behind the home stands. Over toward the table where they sit to take tickets for the game.
I wonder if they could get a few over. That's in a prime spot for foul balls.
It is.
Now, I've learned not to take chances. I park over by the stadium. I park over in that little lot over there on the side lot there that's available to folks. But
plus, you get some steps in, too, walking from over there, right?
It's the furthest point away, but the foul ball cannot be hit there. I know that.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Merritt J. No outs, 2 on for the Vikings, bottom of the 5th inning. There's a swinging strike,
but he may be able to get on base. He does.
Now, I think the umpire is going to say first base was occupied because the runners hadn't left in time.
Right. So he is out.
Yeah.
But the runners do advance.
Yes.
So we got second and third with 1 out. Number 19, Jake Esker.
Jake Esker with the air raid siren for his walk-up song.
The greatness of the air raid walk-up.
Yep.
Now, what was the last one? What was the name of the title of the song with the last walk-up? I like that song, too.
I'm Shipping Up to Boston.
There you go.
Made famous by the Samuel Adams commercial. Excuse me, some unnamed beverage company commercial. Merritt asked me, he goes, I want kind of an Irish ditty for my walk-up song. So
Perfect.
Inside pitch.
And it's St. Patty's Day, too. Tomorrow or today?
Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
I think it's Sunday, yeah.
I know it was one day around there.
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is today. I think it's Friday, and I think it's the 15th. It's the Ides of March.
I have nothing planned tomorrow for the first time in a long time, and I'm looking forward to that.
There's a swing and a miss by Esker. Now the count 1 ball and 1 strike again. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Vikings trail 3-2. 2 runners on at second and third with only 1 out. Esker's been hitting some balls out to left center. He had a pretty good hit, I believe, Monday night. That pitch just misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think I've found out the position changes for Crowley from their original lineup, Bill, and they moved Brandon Baker from pitcher to center field, and Marcus Bullion from center field to short. Bultron.
Yeah. Now that pitch was basically, it looked like in the same spot, if not more outside. He calls that one a strike.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get picky about umpires, this and that, but consistency is all I ask for. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake Esker with Aiden Howerton on deck.
Big pitch here.
Yes, it is. Here comes the 2-2. Swings, and he hits that one pretty hard, but he goes foul out over the visitor bullpen, way off the first baseline. Getting a piece of it to stay alive.
Hit here would be big, very big.
Yes, it would. He kind of pulled that one. Most of his hits kind of go more towards left center. Just the history I've known him over several years.
Way outside.
Oh, that ball goes way outside. It's a wild pitch, and that's going to score Austin Noel, and it ties the game.
Scoring is Austin Noel.
Well, you know what? You take those runs however you can get them. And we'll take that, and that ties the game now at 3 apiece. And now we've got a runner at third because also Tucker Isbell advanced from second to third on that wild pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now if we can get Jake to find one of these to hit. Now, Al, check me on this, but the outfielders all seem to be playing fairly shallow. Okay, now the coach from North Crowley's coming out to the mound,
They have a conference here, see if they're going to stay with him in the game.
Well, they're probably going to stay with him with the 3-2 count. They may be kind of going over some situational stuff because he's talking to all the different players, and now he's coming back off the mound. And Jake Esker's going to come back here with the 3-2. With Tucker Isbell at third base and only one out. So even a deep fly ball, if Jake can get a hold of one,
would score.
A deep fly ball is going to go over those fielders' heads. I don't think they don't know Jake's power. If he does get a hold of one, there's a fly ball to right field down the line. Right fielder makes a run for it, but he goes foul, and he can't get to it in time. And so it stays at 3-2. So Jake doing his job now with a full count, battling in there, fouling some balls away, trying to stay alive, see if he can get on base and at least hit one deep and bring that runner in, take the lead. Here comes the pitch. Inside, he thought about swinging, didn't. He walks.
He walks his way on.
Number 22, Aiden Howerton.
Okay, so Howerton comes up to the plate now with 2 on at the corners. Now, Jake doesn't have a lot of speed, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on the first pitch.
There he goes.
Oh, a pass ball. Goes right through the catcher's legs.
And Jake's going to third.
That scores Tucker Isbell, and like you said, yep, Jake Eskar went to third. Scoring for the Vikings, Tucker Isbell.
And that's the ball game, folks. Looks like
we've reached time.
We've reached time, and the Vikings went ahead, and so they win the game 4-3.
Hang on just a minute. We'll bring you some final stuff here. I'm going to close out on the PA system, but we'll stay with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the ball game with the final score. Lamar 4, North Crowley 3. Lamar High School would like to thank everybody for showing up to support both teams tonight. If you're leaving us now, please buckle up and drive home carefully. The next game will begin in just a little while, featuring the freshman teams. Once again, congratulations to the Lamar Vikings. 4 runs on 3 hits. And the North Crowley Panthers, 3 runs on 3 hits.
Okay, Al, so and we apologize for y'all that hung in there, and hopefully y'all came back, some of you, if you didn't hear the audio at first. We had trouble from the get-go tonight, and first broadcast of the season, sometimes it happens. But, Al, man, what a great win for the Vikings.
Great way to start the district play right there.
Well, second game. They lost
on
Monday night, but they evened up this series, and they go 1-1 in district now. And I just got to say, it shows a lot of fight because they got beat pretty bad Monday night, the Vikings did. But to come back with a different mindset and say, you know what, we're going to come at it with a new approach, and they win this game walk-off fashion just like varsity did last night. Yeah. Al, any observations you have from the game tonight?
Well, it was a well-played game, a well-pitched game. It got away from the Crowley Panthers there at the end with the 2 pass balls, which was a little unfortunate, but a very well-played game. It's testament the pitchers did very well, as evidenced by just the 3 hits apiece.
Yeah.
For both teams, and they didn't walk a lot of batters. I don't have the numbers. I know you do on the walks, but there was only a couple errors on either side. So a very well played game, well-pitched game.
The Vikings drew about 6 walks, and the North Crowley Panthers drew, I think I've got it at 3 walks. There were a few errors scattered out for both teams. But like you say, well-played, well-pitched game. And, yeah, it was a couple of a wild pitch and a pass ball that scored those last 2 runs. But the key thing is those guys got their way on base, too.
Yep.
Well, that's going to close us out for tonight. With Al Qualman, I'm Bill Frawley. And once again, many thanks to Jay Ryan, our executive producer, who a lot of people don't know how much Jay Ryan does for Lamar High School. All the sports, so many programs, websites and everything. Jay, we appreciate you. We love you. And thank you for making a special trip over here tonight to help us get some wires and technology stuff fixed up. Once again, Lamar 4, North Crowley 3, VFND. The freshman game webcast will begin in just a little while.